Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Eagle Mountain Saginaw Sports Showcase Show. I got another great show for you today. As the weather continues to be frigid, I spend a lot of time in the gymnasium where it's nice and toasty, watching some great basketball throughout the district. And of course, this Friday night, I witnessed a really, really good basketball game with two great coaches coaching and a bunch of great players giving it all they got. And we'll get to that in just a second. But we've got Chisholm Trail basketball coach David Markley on our show. And David, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you being on the show. And before I get to the Friday night's game, just tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're a former Horned Frog, and I hate to bring that up because I am too. But tell us a little bit about your playing career and coaching career.
Well, grew up in Grapevine, Texas. Graduated from Heritage High School. After high school, I was a four-year letterman at TCU for the basketball.
Who did you play
program.
for while you were at TCU?
I played for Neil Doherty. Okay. And it was an unbelievable experience. I got to go play in some of the biggest college basketball has to offer. Getting to play at Allen Fieldhouse, Kansas, the Pyramid, Memphis, Freedom Hall, Louisville. Got to play against Bob Knight, John Calipari, Rick Pitino. And it was truly a great experience, and it's helped me to get where I am right now. Being me, I was a walk-on, so for me, I had to fight and claw every single day in practice just to survive. Right. And it has helped me become a better coach, I believe.
When you mention that, and of course, it is amazing to be in some of those venues and just be around those types of people. What are some things that you've taken from that to Chisholm Trail?
I think perseverance. With our situation, this being our third year, we started out with freshmen and sophomores playing a varsity schedule, and it was not easy. Right. We took our lumps, and we've kind of had the mantra of tough times never last, tough people do. Right. And I think, though, looking back at those days, it's starting to pay off now. That first year was a survival year, to be honest.
Now, is Chisholm Trail your first job? Or did you have a few other jobs before you got the job?
I was a varsity assistant at Heritage High School before I got this job, and that first year it was a survival year. We took our lumps, and then last year we had freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, and I believe we learned how to compete more and more that year. And then this year we're learning how to win. Right. And it's starting to pay off, and looking back on those days and those tough times with Mike, and it's starting to really pay off, I believe.
Well, I completely agree with you. Now, talk about the season. Y'all have won a number of ball games. I know you've had some great tournaments, so tell us a bit about the fall so far.
It's been a great year so far for us. We're currently 13-6. Our win on Friday set a school record for wins in the season, and we've still got a month to go in the season. So hopefully we can continue to grow and get better. We've played well in our tournaments. We went 3-1 in our Sanger tournament. Finished second place in the Abilene-Wiley Cat Call Classic, and that's one of the toughest tournaments in the state of Texas. And then we went 4-0 in Bridgeport. And so it's been a great year, and hopefully we can continue to get better and better.
Yeah, I agree with you. Talk about your assistants. I know that's part of being a coach too, is putting together a good group to work around you and things like that, and I've met your assistants. I think they do a good job as well.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of those guys. And
those guys are?
Our varsity assistant, Joe Barnett.
Right. He's from Denison.
Denison. He was the head coach of Denison. Right. And he's awesome. He's a good yin to my yang. He's kind of the calmness.
I thought you were calm on the side. He need a calm guy on the side. He never gets out of his seat, does he?
I don't know about that.
Well, if you come to a Chisholm Trail ball game now, not only will it be entertainment on the court, there's actually entertainment on the sideline too. He does a great job. Got a great passion. That's a great word to use. Would be passion for the game.
And he does a wonderful job. And he comes ready to work every day. And we have Rainey Denman, our JV coach, and Gabe Norris and Jacob Farley, our freshman coaches. Right. They do a tremendous job. They work hard each and every day, and I'm very thankful to have them. Right.
Well, I agree with that as well. And I kid you, but when I did watch you coach, I thought both coaches on Friday night did a tremendous job of doing matchups and actually coaching, and then working the officials a little bit. I'm an ex-official as well, which I don't mind people doing, but I don't like when players and coaches help referee the entire game. Sometimes you need to, but at the same time, I thought y'all did a great job of coaching the ball game. Who do you have beside you now?
This is Michael May. He is a junior, 3-year letterman for us. He's our starting 5-man. And I've told this to many people. Mike is one of the pillars of our program. He understands what we stand for, the culture of our program, and it's crazy to me that he's already a junior. It's unbelievable. 'Cause I remember Big Mike when I met him for the first time in 8th grade, going to Ed Wilkie Middle School and playing open gym with those guys for the first time. And he's a big part of our success this year, and I expect big things out of Mike now and in the future.
You mentioned Pillar, and he talked about his perception of the first year or two. This is the 3rd year. Give me your perception of your first Chisholm Trail basketball experience, and then what it's like now.
Well, it was interesting to begin with because I was just coming off a nice season at Ed Wilkie Middle School.
Right.
Talked to Coach Markley, and I'm about to be playing in a large venue of Wilkerson Grinds, playing against teams
Fort
like
Worth ISD, Dunbar.
Fort Worth Dunbar,
That's
Fort
true.
Worth Eastern Hills.
Yeah.
Going from playing 5'0" guys to going playing 6'5", 6'6",
They
6'9".
can leap out of the gym. Yeah.
Oh man, it was a large change, but as he said, we took our lumps our first year, suffered a lot of losses, but we learned, that's behind us. We just got to keep pushing forward, don't look back, keep fighting. Well, our second year, we came in, we finally had an off season to go through, get a little bit better, get a little better mentality of what we do. And we went into there and we started winning some. We got, we didn't have just an outstanding record, but we learned how to win some. This year we've put it together. We're starting to figure stuff out. And as you said, 13-6 record now. 13-6 record.
And 2-1 in district, is that correct?
1 and 2.
1 and 2 in district.
1 and 2.
Okay. Because you had
Yeah,
Dad you played Ryder. I think Ryder's probably as good as anybody
Yeah.
around. And then I know we had a hiccup at Hazel, but
Yeah.
you're still early in the district.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, I had a big win on Friday night. Tell me what you thought about the Friday night atmosphere.
Oh, it was
Had you ever
great.
played in front of something like that?
Yeah,
At Chisholm.
We've had good crowds before, but that was
Yeah.
the best crowd I have ever played, in, and the atmosphere, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Not only was your fans, hyped up, ready to go, ready to see you play, but their fans were as well. So whenever you made a mistake, they made sure that you knew that you made a mistake.
It was a fun night. It was a fun night.
Very fun
Now, you're a post player. Now, are you like the Dirk Nowitzki type that gets out there and steps out? Because Coach Parker said you
A
had a
little
heck
too
of a
much.
shot.
He can shoot it, but sometimes a little too much. I like to get inside a little more, but
I let the big boys.
Get in trouble for that
I
sometimes.
know
for
it.
shooting
No,
a
I
bit too
can't
much.
imagine that. Now, you got goals and aspirations of playing at the next level?
Yes, sir. I'm hoping to be able to secure a scholarship to go
Sure.
play, hopefully Division I ball if I can't, Division II. I just want to be able to get a scholarship and be able to get a good education in the future.
Well, you're playing for a heck of a coach. I know he'll be able
Yes,
to
sir.
help you get to that level because he's played at that level and knows what it takes. But there's a lot of different levels out there that kids can can contribute and have a great career as well. Well, Coach Markley, I do compliment you guys, and I saw Friday night's game and had heard about the Chisholm Trail success, but got to witness it, and I was extremely impressed and excited for both teams, really. But of course, you won, so I was even more excited for you. So,
well, Coach Kraft, I've gotten to know Coach Kraft a little bit over the years, and he does a great job with those guys, and really they were playing as good as anybody in the district at that moment. So it was going to be a tough game, and like I said, he's done a great job with those kids this year, and we're going to play them again. It's going to be tough at their place.
yeah. Well, the district's competitive, and I tell you what, you just started the district, but there's just about everybody you play in.
Yeah, we learned at Hazel that if you take a night off, you're going to get beat. And hopefully we learn from it. I think we have, and like I said, we'll grow from it and get better as we get deeper in district.
Well, good luck to you guys, and you got the rest
Thank
of the
you,
district, and we're looking for big things for the Chisholm Trail basketball program. When we return, we'll visit with the Boswell basketball coach, Coach Price, as well as our Saginaw basketball coach, Coach Kraft, and when we return to the Eagle Mountain Saginaw Showcase. Welcome back to the show, and I'm excited to have Coach Kenny Price with us from Boswell High School. Coach Price, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you've got an interesting basketball background. I'd like for you to tell us a bit about it.
Well, I started playing high school basketball in Springfield, Missouri, and was recognized as McDonald's High School All-American honorable mention. Was fortunate enough to go play Colorado University, and then went to Europe and played for 4 years.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit. I guess in Europe, was it professional? Where you actually got paid and made a living
yes.
doing that? Now I know it's not like playing in the NBA, but at the same time, that's got to be a great experience for you.
Yeah, it really was. Everything's paid for, minus your food and phone calls and your gas that you spend in your car that they give you. But it was a great experience. Got to go to Finland, Germany, France, Paris, and just a lot of different places. Good experience. And then I coached a little farm team there in Germany, and it's kind of like the high school kids that were about to become the pro players there. And I got to do that for a year, and then I came back to the States and started coaching here.
How neat, how neat. Now, as a player, and of course you're what, about 6'4", 6'5", maybe? Were you a point guard or a shooting guard? Or?
I was a shooting guard in college,
okay.
And then I was a point guard when I went to Europe.
That's neat. That is really neat. Now, tell us a bit about your coaching career. When you came back from Europe, you began coaching in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Tell us some of the places you've coached at.
So I started at middle school because I wasn't certified yet to teach. So I got certified, taught at a middle school, a private school, and then moved up to a high school coaching, and went to Southwest Christian for 2 years there, and then went to Northwest High School for 4 years. Right. And really great experiences there. Got to learn from Coach Mike Hatch, who is a former college coach, coached at Oklahoma State University. Right. And just learned a lot from him, and just took all the knowledge and from being a player and then becoming a coach, and then kind of merged those blends of style of coaching together into my own personal style. And
sure.
And now
you've been at Boswell how many years?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, good. Good. Tell us a bit about the 3 years you've been at Boswell, as well as maybe a little bit about where you're at so far this season.
Yeah. So our first year we were 23-11 and made it to the playoffs. Got beat by Denton in the first round of the playoffs, and had a really good opportunity to probably go 3 rounds deep in that. Second year we graduated several guys, and it's a little bit more of a rebuilding year. Still had a couple of guys that were getting looked at and had a chance to play at the next level, and probably finished about 15-12 for that season, and missed the playoffs by 1 game. And this year I think our guys are really motivated. They're hungry. They work hard. They're great in the classroom, and those attributes really carry over on the court. And we got great leadership. First off from Zane Cargill, who is in his final season here at Boswell High School.
Well, you got, you just started the district play. You've got the whole district ahead of you and things like that. And so I look forward to seeing what happens the rest of the way. Now you said that's Zane. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now you've been at Boswell all 4 years. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. Tell us a bit about some of your experiences and some of the things you've remembered and maybe even learned from your athletic experience as a pioneer.
I started as a freshman, obviously, and then
on the freshman team, I guess.
Oh yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And that year went well. We finished off with only 2 losses my freshman year, and then Coach Price came in the second year. Started as JV, liked what he was doing, liked him as a coach.
Right.
JV went through, had a pretty good season, and then next year as a JV player as well, we had a good season as well. Couldn't have liked it anymore, liked who I was playing with and all that. And then this year on varsity, it's a big step up from JV to varsity. Our team looks pretty solid. Hope we have a chance to go to the playoffs.
Yep, that'd be great. Now, does Coach Price ever get on the court with you guys? And I know he does a good job of coaching you, but does he ever actually show you some things and actually get out there with you a little bit?
Yeah, it's a little
one-on-one or two-on-two?
It's a little hard to keep up with him.
I was going to say, yeah. Is he a heck of a player?
Yes, sir.
Still got it. That's neat.
I'm getting a little.
Now, are you a little sore though?
Yeah,
after that's what I was going to say to you.
It's an all an act facade until the
neat.
next day, and the next day I feel it. So
that's neat.
Definitely can.
Now tell us a bit about the future from here forward. I know it's a tough district. I know this week's a tough week for you guys. I think you're playing the league leading Wichita Falls Raiders, but from what I understand, you're home Tuesday.
Yeah.
And on the road on Friday.
That's correct. Started out. Right now we're 1-2, and I think it's a little bit of a breaking our routine.
Sure.
We're a team that I feel like has to keep and maintain a set of schedule and a routine, and they play well whenever we have that routine and that system set. Now we're getting back to that and sort of figuring out. We've had some changes in the lineup,
sure,
and we've had some a few injuries we had to overcome, and some of those injuries have started to be healed up. So now we're starting to get our full lineup back together, and really have a chance to, try to put, a string of wins together. But again, it doesn't come at, any better time that we're playing the #1 team in the district, which, features a 6'5" point guard who can score at will and a pretty good inside game as well. So we're going to have to play great, and we've got guys that understand the concepts of the game and scouting reports, and they've learned how to apply all that to the game. And so hopefully they'll get out and just compete their hearts out, and we'll come up victorious on this one.
I look forward to it, and I'll be at your game on Friday night. I look forward to seeing. Well, there was a great atmosphere. I know you might have heard about it between Saginaw and Chisholm. At Chisholm Friday night, great game. People were everywhere, and I hope that we have another great high school basketball game this Friday night with lots of people and lots of excitement. So appreciate it, and wish you guys best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll have our third and final school, the Saginaw Rough Riders, who had a tough one on Friday night, but boy, it was a great game, and we'll be with Coach Kraft when we return. Welcome back to the show, and welcome to our final segment. And we're honored and excited to have a homegrown product on the show, and it's our Saginaw Rough Rider basketball program. And Coach Brent Kraft. Brent, he's got the same name I've got, so it's kind of crazy. But Coach Kraft, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And tell us a bit about you're one of those homegrown EMSISD both student athletes as well as coaches. Tell us how many years you've been in the district, both as a student. Maybe a little bit about your career, because I know you were a heck of an athlete in your coaching career.
Yes, sir. This is my 12th year to be in the district, and I graduated from Boswell High School in 1999. Went to the University of North Texas.
Now don't skip Boswell High School now, because I heard from what I hear now you were a pretty dang good athlete while you were there and participated in all the sports and things like that. Is that not true?
I can hold my own.
So what position did you play in baseball?
I was catcher. Okay. Yes, sir. And
And,
I love to do it because I love to be involved in every play. It's kind of like in basketball. I love to be the point guard and have the ball in my hand. So football is strong safety and receiver. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then, of course, basketball, I guess a guard and shooting guard.
Shooting guard, yes,
Would
sir.
you score 30, 40 points a game? Something like that?
I
Is
wish.
that what he tells you?
I wish.
He's all defense, all defense. But anyway, well, that's neat. And once after graduating from Boswell, you went to
the University of North Texas. And then my first job was at Highland Middle School. I was there for 2 years. Coached freshmen at Boswell High School, and I've been at Saginaw High School ever since.
Well, neat.
Yes, sir.
You've been the Saginaw head basketball coach how many years now?
This is my 6th year as the head coach.
Tell us a bit about the 6 years you've been there, and then, of course, obviously this year, and I'm not familiar with the other 5 because I wasn't in the district, but I know this year's been a really good year as well.
It's been great. We've got really good guys. Every year it seems like the program is building and building, and it's just that they've been a great group of guys. They work hard every day, and it seems like the program just keeps getting better and better. And so it's fun to see it evolve and us just keep getting better.
Well, and I've seen that and heard that, and that's attributed to your job that you're doing as well.
Thank you.
And I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Talk a little bit about the season this fall, and I know right now we're sitting at what, 2-1?
2-1 in district. We're 10-7 overall.
Now you had some great tournaments you've played in. And
yes,
did
sir.
real well.
Yes, sir. We did a really. We went to Royce City. Took a couple teams into overtime. Played really well. Went 2-2 in that tournament. Went 3-1 in the Bridgeport tournament. Right now we're sitting 2-1 in district. So we're starting to peak at the right time. So it's a good thing.
That's exciting. That's
yes,
exciting.
sir.
Tell us about who you brought with you today. And I know you brought half your starting lineup, it looks like.
Sitting here next to me, this is number 15, TJ Edwards. He's a senior for us. Next to TJ is LaDamian Crawley. He's also a senior. And then next to him is JT Tomlin. He's also a senior.
So you got 3 seniors here.
Yes,
How
sir.
Cool. How cool. Well, let's start with TJ.
Yes, sir.
All right. You've been in the program, you said 3 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, what position do you play?
Shooting guard and
Okay.
power forward.
Tell us a bit about what your perception is and about the season and what's it going to take to get to the playoffs.
Just us working harder on defense and just
Yep, it's all about defense, isn't it? It
Yes,
is.
sir.
Now, tell me a little bit about Friday
Yeah,
night's
really.
game, though. I tell you what, had you ever played in such an environment and excitement like that?
no, sir.
That was
That's my
pretty
first
cool.
game.
wasn't it? That was neat. That was neat. Now, beside you, now, are you thinking about playing at the next level too, TJ? Are you thinking about playing at the next level? Is that something you've got dreams and aspirations about?
Yes, sir.
Is there anybody that's in your radar or anything like that, or you just still wait to see how it goes? Okay. But Damien, what about you now? I see you got a UK sweater on, and I thought the Aggies were going to get them Saturday, but they didn't. But tell me a little bit about what did you think about Friday night's atmosphere?
Friday night was probably one of the craziest games I've played in, atmosphere-wise.
Well, you played really well too. How many points? I know you're not counting, but how many points did you end up with? Do you know?
I'm not really sure.
But that's a good man. That's a good
point.
especially when you're talking in front of the coach. That's good. You had a heck of a game and things like that. And are you thinking about playing at the next level?
If I get the opportunity, yes, but it's nothing I'm really forcing the issue upon.
That's interesting. Well, and tell us a little bit about what it's going to take. Do you think to get to the playoffs and to advance maybe a little bit in the playoffs?
Just playing how we are now and continuing to work hard every day and making sure we worry about ourselves, nothing else, and just focusing in.
I think Coach has ingrained a lot of good things in you guys. And of course, we got right beside you, we got JT.
Yes, sir.
And you've been in the program
4 years.
all 4 years. That's
Yes,
neat.
sir.
What are some of the differences between when you were a freshman and obviously playing freshman basketball is different than playing the varsity basketball, but that you've seen throughout the 4 years of the program?
I mean, Coach usually teaches us freshman year the same things that we are going to be doing when we get on varsity, which is helpful. It's just more of the game speed.
Yeah, the speed, a little
The
taller,
difference
a little
between
bigger.
game speed,
Yeah.
athleticism.
Now, I was extremely impressed with you, but yet I saw a little thing on the floor, that little scuffle, little foul, and you expect that between big, brawny guys, not a guy like you. Can you tell me what happened, or just you just tripped over him?
I mean, I like to hold my own.
Hey, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Well, especially when you're not as big as the other guys. Sometimes you got to get after a little harder. Well, we appreciate you guys being on the show. Now tell me, what do you got this week? Now, what games do y'all play Tuesday and Friday of this week?
I know Tuesday is Denton.
Tuesday is at Denton.
It's
And
at home.
Good,
At
good.
home, and then Brewer at Brewer.
Okay. Well, the thing about this district, you may elaborate it. Everybody's pretty darn good. There's
Oh,
not
we were-
anybody that's just a
Yeah,
cakewalk.
we were talking about it the other day. I mean, the fourth place team may be 7-7.
Right.
I mean, because
But
everybody.
be really, really good.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So it's fun. It's competitive. Everybody's competitive.
Well, you guys do a heck of a job, and I enjoyed watching you on Friday night. And Coach Kraft, I said something to your dad, but I'm pleased by the direction and watching you coach. And I think both coaches did a heck of a job Friday night. It's a shame one of them's got to win, one of them's got to lose, but I thought y'all gave your players a chance to win, and you
Thank
did a
you.
heck of a job, and the program's heading in the right direction. So
Thank you.
good luck the rest of the way. Great show. Got to meet three really interesting coaches today with all different kinds of backgrounds, and all three programs heading in the right direction. So it was really a great show. Next week we got an interesting show. We swim in the district. We also dive in the district. And so the district swim meet's coming up at the end of this month, and we want to make sure we highlight and talk to our swimming coaches who are doing a great job and doing all kinds of swimming strokes and swimming and diving. So that'll be our next week's show. And until then, best of luck, and get out and watch some high school basketball Tuesday and Friday night this week.